Yeah, but at the start with hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Arydia, the Paths We Dare Tread. If you missed last episode, we fought a giant thunder lizard, and it was very frightening. It was a very, very close fight. Now, granted, part of the reason it was a very close fight was because we had to start the combat with no weapons or foot armor or potions. That does make it a little bit harder for us to win. You know, if we take away all of our ability to attack, at least, it puts a damper on proceedings. Anyways, we survived, obviously. It took some doing, but we're here. And then we traveled back down to town and had ourselves a nap because we earned it. Um, we discovered that all of the jobs that are available are back in the basin. Whoa, no camera, do not do that. Hold on. It's not even on. This camera just does things on its own, and I don't like it. I don't like technology that just does stuff on its own. Like, it'd be one thing if I told it to do stuff on its own, like with very specific instructions of how to do stuff on its own and whatever limits and all that, but this is just like, I turn the camera on and it's like, okay, I can see that nothing has changed, therefore I need to zoom out a little bit. Excuse me? I don't. Wait, why? Anyways, yeah, I'm dubious of this camera in the long run, but I'm kind of committed to it because I already have another board game lined up after Arydia is done. Anywho, yeah, all of our jobs are back in the basin, which was the first world board that we had access to when the game first began. So we're gonna head back there and do some things, I guess, some side jobs just to get some more money. On the way, I do plan to stop at a little island and get some paints for probably it's either armor or weapons. Those are your two options. I might paint Zertle's armor and see what that does. I'm hoping it's good. I'm really hoping it's not like, okay, you get this special item which replaces your current armor and it's just worse armor, that'd be pretty bad. I'm hoping for like this paint gives your item infinite durability. I would be pretty alright with that. Okay. I don't know how they'd represent that in game though with everything I've seen. Doesn't matter. Let's get moving. We're gonna go south. Where we find on this road path, you pass this way easily because there are no brambles on this bridge. Huh, wow, interesting. Yeah. So now we go to the uplands. Careful framing. We're in Rivertown South. We need to get to that island. I'm gonna go on this road path. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Okay, fine. I will lose my morale token. Oh no. Oh darn. Road path? Your spirits are high as you travel along. Hooray! I'm gonna go out to sea. To see what I can see. But all that I could, I mean, this is not the fastest route. Actually, I'm gonna go on the road. I was gonna do the water in case I found that bobbing boats encounter, which gives me loot, but the odds are pretty low, and I'd rather just get to this island. Oh, now I feel dumb. Bobbing boats. Oh no. Well, you can't win them all. Far off in the waters, you see a tiny boat. Discard this and draw again. Oh, I had a grand plan, and I was gonna do things. It doesn't matter. You pass this way easily on this road path. All right, and now we go out on the water to the lonely isle. The journey is difficult and your spirit sag. I guess we each lose a speed. Oh, that reminds me. I got 2 of these exhaustion cards, and then we rested, so those should not be in my threat deck anymore. That would be a bad idea to leave those in there. It would be, first of all, incorrect to do so. Second of all, a bad idea. Oh, there are more threat 90s. What? Why are you behind threat 400? What? What is this organization system? Okay. I think that may have just been me being a silly goose. Right, we each lose a speed, and I'm updating the overlay. That's what's happening now. Boop. And... Wait. I was on the wrong tab. Boom. Okay. Okay. So now we're here at the Lonely Isle, which is small 93. We haven't been here in a very long time. But I remember that there's somebody here who wants to paint some stuff. Small 93. There it is. So you just land on this little beachhead and you have your little raft picture here. I think we need to go long 15 is the fastest route, but it's been a while. Although, wow, wild that you go from small 93 to long 15. Normally the numbers are a little bit closer together. Small, or sorry, medium 28. I think I chose poorly. Oh, I definitely chose poorly. Okay. Well, now we're just going to loop the island. Characters are literally sitting here. Wait, which way did we go? Oh, I don't remember. Small 94. Now we do remember. Literally the last small tile in the whole box that's actually active. Oh, whoa. Okay. Medium 30. There it is. Yeah, we chose the wrong direction. Oh well. Such is life. Which goes like, and it goes like this. Hello, NPC 93. We need to talk to you. We have money. For the first time in forever. We could have had slightly more, but I went the wrong direction. Alright. Marin the Painter, a jolly old dwarf. Well, she's not old, but she is a jolly dwarf. A dwarf holding a paintbrush and paint pots looks at the view. They are unpacking an easel, getting ready for a day's work. I guess the Lonely Isle isn't so lonely, eh? I don't know what this accent is. Don't call me out on it. Could you move a little to the left, please? You're blocking my view. I suppose you're here for some paints? Yes, paints. Of course, as I'm sure you've heard, these paints are more than incredible pigments. Each one contains powerful magical properties when applied correctly. These are what I have available right now. So for 18k, we can do a Barrier Blue, a defensive paint for armor, and for 24, we can get Rage Red, an offensive paint for weapons. We can afford either of those, but not both. Maybe after we turn in these side quests, we'll be able to afford both on the way back. But I think actually, since one of these is a cart job, I'm going to gamble on being able to do the side quest on the way back, and I'm going to say Rage Red, 24k. For key 12. So first, I pay 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And key 12. I am very curious what this is. What's the other one? Key 91? Okay. Rage Red Paint. Any exile can use this token by following the rules below. Action... Oh, wait, sorry. They're always in, like, the wrong side, sorry. Rage Red, a small clay pot filled with colorful paint. The paint shimmers and catches the light, casting rainbows all around. Get token Dossier 12, which is buried. Dossier 12, Dossier 12, Dossier 12. Wait, Dossier 12? Where's Dossier 12? Oh, there it is. It's a little circle. I was looking for an actual item tile. It's not an item tile. Okay, step 1 complete. It's a tiny little red glob. Rules for this token are on the other side. You may sell this item for 8k. If you do, keep this card in party inventory, and you may buy this item back for 24k. Alright. Any exile can use this token by following the rules below. Action: while out of combat, you may place the Rage Red token on any weapon. As a reaction, after rolling an attack with the Rage Red weapon, remove the token from your weapon to gain plus 20 to the roll. Okay. And you can't use it on a natural 1, obviously. Okay, I guess that's okay. I guess out of combat, we're gonna put it on Rix's bow. So this after rolling, but before determining if I fail, I can use a reaction to make the hit like auto succeed. To gain plus 20 to the roll. It's not a crit. Like it's still a dirty 20, but it's pretty good. I was kind of hoping for better though, like a infinite use thing. Like you apply it to a weapon and it's there forever. And it makes the weapon deal like plus 10 damage. How would that work? I don't know. I don't know. You're the criminal mastermind here, not me. All right, we're gonna leave this island. On an island in the sun, we'll be painting our weapon. And it makes me feel alright, I guess. Alright. I guess we'll just stay on the water. We're gonna go here and land. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Yeah, traveling by boat I think is relatively calm. It's about the same bad rate as roads. Colorful cart. Along the roadside you see something colorful. It looks like it might be a large cart. Discard this and draw again. Your spirits are high as you travel along. It's difficult to find your way. Lose the sense of direction token. Okay, because of the dense fog. And then we go this way to Felsworn. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Well, okay. You know what? Not the worst timing. We have 3 tokens left. Alright, we are now in... Sorry, 3 cards left. We're now in the basin, which I need to put like this. No, like this. Felsworn Village, which is the starting point for this cart adventure. The goal is the city of Eastgate, which is over here, so we're going to take roads to get there. And we put this travel deck away for the moment. Instead, we get 5 random copies of Travel 500. Travel 500. And shuffle them, and then 1 copy of Travel 147. Is that what that says? It's small on the camera. Even smaller for this little preview. All right, 147. So I need 5 of these, and then 147. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Travel 147, which is a skeleton. Ooh. The Dread Dressmaker? Oh my. We are transporting textiles. And I guess there's a giant undead warrior who wants to steal them and make some clothes. An undead clothier. Okay. Cart deck. We now have cart deck to do whatever we want. Where is our cart token? Uh-oh. Wait. There it is. It was hiding. We're now in the carts, and we need event 500. That makes sense. So if this is your first time seeing the cart job, it's similar to traveling normally, except this is our new travel deck. And every travel encounter will have a specific thing that happens. We're no longer going to care about these because we have the luxury of a nice traveling cart. Essentially, everything is going to be random. Huh. Interesting. One of my cubes was moved. I wonder if I just hit it with my sleeve or... Interesting. Yes, quite. Okay. Anyways, this is going to be a travel deck, which I'm going to move some stuff around. Actually, you know what? We don't need that so close. We can move that off to the side a little bit. There we go. Yeah, because we don't actually care what's down here right now. It's not going to come up. Yeah, and you'll see. But depending on where they are in the carts, they'll have to make checks for every single travel, and we'll just see what happens. Overgrown branches. An outcropping of trees is growing close to the road. The branches threaten to strike you. 1 exile pays 1 speed, or the job fails. That'll be Rix, going down to 5. Alright, then exiles in the front, that Zertle, you try to hide from the whipping branches. Make a wisdom check, with the difficulty being 18 as seen on the job. 18. Well, Rix has, Zertle has plus 10. Zertle here on the front has plus 10, so that's a 20, a dirty 20. We succeed. That's good. Exiles on the back make an endurance check. All right, we're starting off strong with both of them making one of their top attributes, and I hope it works. Ooh. Zertle, why did you roll a 2? Sorry, Rix, why did you roll a 2? Why am I getting your names wrong all of a sudden? Oh no. Okay, so if I spend an RP, I'd get up to 15. If I also then use the cracked conch, I'll probably succeed. And I want to succeed as much as possible. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend an RP point and also use Zertle's focus and make a wisdom check. And I got at least a 2, so plus 3 to this roll. It's actually, yeah, that's plus 3 to the roll. Wait, no. Hold on. Plus 6 to the roll. Oh, I didn't even need to spend an RP point. Oh, I should use the focus first. Okay. So 8, 18. Got it. Get it, got it, good. No damage to the cart because at least half of the exile succeeded and Zertle did not fail. So Rix did not fail. Why am I doing this? What is happening? So that was the first path. Now we go along this road and we draw again. Deep ruts. Oh no. You see deep ruts in the road ahead, thick with mud and standing water. One exile pays 1 speed or the job fails. Doesn't matter who, we'll just do Rix again. I actually got the name right that time. Exiles in the front. You try and steer the cart carefully with an intelligence check. That's bad for Zertle. Okay. Zertle has +0 to intelligence, so I'm going to spend an RP point to gain +3 there. Getting a 19 total. So at least half of them have succeeded. That's the basic goal. Exiles in the back. That's Rix. You hop out and push the cart. Make a strength check. Also +0, so with the same roll, I will also spend an RP on Rix and get to 19. So they both succeed. Maybe I should have saved that. Doesn't matter. This path. Boar riders. Coming up alongside you, a gang of riders try to waylay the cart. One exile pays 1 speed or the job fails. That's going to be Zertle this time. Oh, these riders are such a bore. Then exiles on the left. That's going to be Rix. You try to angle the cart to run the riders off. This is an intelligence check. Rix has +9. Good, so success. Exiles on the right, Zertle. You try and kick the riders away from the cart with a charisma check. Rix was good at both of these. Zertle is bad at both of these. That is a 9 plus a 1 is a 10, so Zertle fails and loses a speed. But at least half of them succeeded, so everything's good. Next road path. Slinger Strike. 2 kobolds brandish slings on a small hilltop above you. Giant burrs come flying at the cart. One exile pays 1 speed or the job fails. That's going to be Rix. And then exile on the left, that's also Rix. You try and cut across the road evasively. Reading sideways is apparently difficult for me. This is a dexterity check. Rix has +10 on dexterity, but failed. Loses a mana. Great, that's a good start. Exiles on the right, that's Zertle. You duck, trying to avoid the incoming burrs with a wisdom check. Okay, good. He did not roll a natural 1. Oh, that's a 25. It's a little bit higher than 18. Oh. So at least half of them succeeded. Everything's fine. We lost a mana, but everything's fine. Road path. Oh, the Dread Dressmaker. Standing in the middle of the road, a fearsome skeleton blocks your path. One exile makes a basic attack regardless of range. How many wounds do you deal? So I need to deal at least 3 wounds with 1 hit in order to take the minimum amount of damage. Actually, I need 5 wounds with 1 hit to take no damage. 3 to 4 to take 1 damage, which might mean I lose no money. Oh, it's the same skeleton warrior, but he's got a little bow in his hair. Well, lack of hair on his helmet. That's adorable. It's also hilarious because it's clearly the same art with a very discordant green bow just slapped on top of it. I'm a big fan of this. Okay. Who do I think can do the best damage here? If Zertle gets a 20, he can hit 4 spaces. Who can hit 5? Nobody can hit 5. Oh, Zertle can't. Zertle's close to being able to hit 5. Yeah, the real problem, these critical points are not like super helpful. Not helpful at all. What can I do? What can I do to this skeleton? Yeah, the hunting knife is terrible here. I think I can pretty safely get 3 hits. Possibly 4, but getting the 4th doesn't do anything. It's the 3 that I need to actually do. So I think we just... Yeah, we do Rick's firing a bow because I can re-roll it if I need to. Well, no, I can just gain plus 20. Okay, so I rolled a 6, plus 10 is 16. I will use the paint because I can just refresh it right away for free. I get to go down this line and go 1, 2, 3, and that also hits this critical point for 4. And like I could do a thing where I mark him beforehand and activate mark, which I think would be totally legal, just I don't need to. We'll take 1 card damage, it's fine. So we dealt 4 wounds, cart takes 1 damage. Those ones are always hard. Because it's like 1 exile makes the attack. It's not a lot of opportunity for success. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my red war paint, my rage red paint. It's going to be great. And we continue on our merry way. This is the final road path, and it's also the final travel card. Rocky Road. I love Rocky Road. Up ahead, you see a treacherous patch of rocky terrain jutting out from the road. 1 exile pays 1 speed, or the job fails. Ricks? Alright, and then I'm going to turn this so I can actually read a little bit better. Exile's in the front, that's Zertle. He tried to find a smooth path through the rocks with a wisdom check. 15, you say? Well, that's very awkward. Yeah, okay. You're gonna... You don't have an RP point, so you're gonna roll a wisdom check with the shell, the focus. So not only do I get +3 or +6 to my original result, meaning I succeed, uh, I also get to put threat 77 because I just crit. I get to put luck of the battlefield into the threat deck, and I get to put luck of the road into the travel deck because Zertle has the lucky amulet or the lucky charm. Lucky charm. They're always after his lucky charms. Okay, and this will go on the bottom on the travel discard pile. Nice. What a time to crit. Good job, Zertle. Exile's in the back. Ricks. You walk ahead, moving stones out of the way. Make a dexterity check. 16, which is not high enough. You lose 1 health. Okay, that's fine. We can fail this 1 check. I will mark a loss of health. But at least half the exile succeeded, so we are good to go. We make it to the city of Eastgate, and we turn in the job. We get 7k. So you receive your ward minus 1k for every 2 damage on the cart. There's only 1 damage, so we receive 7k. And we needed 18 for the upgrade, or for the defensive upgrade. Awesome. Okay. We banish this card and travel 147. Index all travel 500 cards. And index event 500, which is the cart. Successful cart job. Oh man. Some people were here for the time when I utterly botched the cart job, and it was just. Ooh, it was bad. I think I got like six damage on it, so I had -3 to my reward, which is pretty rough. Not that the cart jobs are very hard to accomplish, so it's not like I lost very much, but it was a net win still, but still. It's a waste of time is what it is. Let's go look at the job deck and see what we can do now. So there's one at Raven's Road. Wait, where's Raven? Oh, that's on the second land. So we should do Slime on the Grass in the Sward, which is right. Wait, wasn't the Sward on? Yeah, the Sward right there. Haha, haha. Slime on the grass. I went to pick berries at the sward and it was covered in acidic slime. Please investigate. Oh, acidic slime. It's gonna tear through the armor. No good. Alright, well, such is life, I guess. Oh, so. Can't win them all. Well, I think we're gonna go check that out then. There's nothing else for us to really do in town. We could get some of our speed back. So 3 to each of them. And then 2 more to Rick's. Putting Rick's at full at 7 and Zertle at full at 6. Bam. We are also going to. Yeah, this is awkward. Yeah, we're just gonna spend a pathfinding cube to refresh all of my travel tokens because I don't want to be constantly spending speed on this journey. We're gonna take a road path. Our goal is the sword. You pass this way easily. It's oddly familiar. Yeah, we've been this way before. Grass path. You're so hungry you can take a break and eat some food. Oh, well, sure. Grass path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Nice. That was the one opportunity for success was grass path there. I need to shuffle my deck as we're going to go on another grass path. Grass path, grass path, grass path, grass path. Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have paid the 3K for another scroll of Elvish Understanding, so I don't have to come back this way ever again. We probably don't need any more scrolls of Elvish Understanding, right? It's probably fine. Okay, grass path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. The sword. Okay, we have reached the sword. Shuffle travel 90 in with the top 2 of the travel deck. Ken Dewsville. Okay. Habitat is grasslands or forests, and we're going to travel on those paths to try and find the slimes. See where they have gone. We are tracking. I'm going to go on this grass path. Tracking. If you're traveling through a habitat, when you draw this card, you may track. Track. Spend 1 speed. Done on Ricks. And check Endurance 12 or Wisdom 12. I will do an Endurance 12 check with with Rix. That was a 13 on the die, which is a 23, a little bit higher than 12. Success! Go to hunt and then index this card. Okay. Well, that was easy. Hunt. Place big 90 on grasslands. Okay, we're going to be there after the fight, so I will put that there. Get out of the way. Grasslands big 90. That's a road. There's the grasslands. I do see that there's a snow big 90, so there will be hunting jobs in the snow eventually. Place party on Y, but why? And then we place 178 on L and M. Uh, 178. Oh, is that one I already have out? Oh no. This is what I get for not putting stuff away. There's 179. 155. Oh, 178 is the lightning lizards. Oh. You said acidic slime, not lightning lizards. And then I need foe 85. Boo. Ah, this is the one that spawns more? Yes, it is. So I'm also going to need foe 86. Okay. And what model do these guys use? Figures 42 and 32. And 32. So I place a foe 178 on L. Rawr. Another one on M. Rawr. Place foe 85 on X. That's scary. Defeat all foes, and then travel back to Felsworn. Actually, that's perfect. I would love to go back to Felsworn. And I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit so I can actually get stuff on camera. And also, clearly we are in combat now. So it's been a long time since we fought this thing. The Lurd. Oh, well, a Lurd. Lurd is the word. But it's gonna spawn more Lurds. Well, it's gonna spawn little slimes, actually. Which, now we do not have, Zertle's auto-kill one-health things. So this might get out of hand. Oh boy. What do I have that will deal with this? Hopefully something. Because yes, we have so a stinky mass of gelatinous goop. Acrid goop globs of orange creep away from the bigger slime, leaving orange trails all around. Here's the boss. Luckily, this guy's from Yielden times when things didn't have the hardened armors or the tough armor, whatever that token's called, that these guys have. Honestly, the lizards are probably going to be the bigger threat. But since I don't have AoE, or at least not a lot of it, we're going to have to be very careful. All right. And these lightning lizards counterattack and flee on weak point hit, which is really annoying. So that's the boss, the big slime, is going to be spawning little slimes. It's going to be a whole thing. Ugh. The cute slime wiggles around. You ponder how you might keep one as a companion until its stench fills your nose. So I'm going to put their card out, but they have one hit. It only takes one hit to kill them. It's easy, but there's going to be spawning so many of them that it's going to be a problem. Not so easy. Okay. We'll get some money if we complete this, which I hope we do. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle this deck. This threat deck. Threat deck wins. So what is our general plan? General plan? I would love to kill the spawner as quickly as possible. Not because I think it's the biggest threat, but because spawning will be the biggest threat. The longer it is on the board, the more it'll spawn. It's also, I think, maybe not the weakest enemy in this. Also, every single thing is a weak point. Oh, goody. Again, I would really love an ability that just let you ignore weak points for a little bit. I'm sure there's no way to balance it, which is why they obviously don't have it, but here we are. Enemy turn. Zertle on deck. Luck of the battlefield. Your enemies falter and you spring into action. Active player chooses. Gain 2 combo, remove 2 threat, or each exile gains 2 health. We're going to gain 2 combo because nothing else in that list does anything. And then index this card. Well, we kept it as long as we could. Are we missing a luck of the battlefield? I might be. It's probably in a really weird position. Yep, there it is. I feel like the threat deck inactive cards were in a really weird organization scheme. Okay, and then we draw again. Boss or X? Well, the boss is here, so it can do stuff. In this case, I need to move up a little bit. Targets the furthest exile, so it'll squish its way closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then spawn 3 and add 4 threat. Good grief. So to spawn 3, you take 3 wear tokens and drop them on its head. And where they land, or the nearest spot if they go out of bounds, that's where they spawned. Which I think is a hilarious mechanic that's going to get us killed pretty quick. Alright. It's Zertle's turn, and I think this is a good opportunity to use Pillar of Dawn. So we're going to minor action move, step forward, gain one more threat, or sorry, one more combo. And then I'm going to use Pillar of Dawn. I place a cube right here. It does 1 targeted piercing damage to everything around it, every enemy around it. So I'm just going to kill that basic slime. And I'm going to do a 1 targeted to you. I'm going to do this one. These corners are kind of obnoxious. Which, of course, does a spawn 2 because everything's a weak point. But now all exiles gain +1 armor. I'm just going to redo this one. There we go. All exiles gain +1 armor around the cube, which is a side benefit here that I think will be very beneficial. So the question, we have enough combo to do a smash attack with my final action, which would get rid of a lot of armor on this guy. It would also spawn a lot of enemies. But maybe that's fine, because then I can fire arrow with Rix at some point. You know what? I'm going for it. I spend 2 combo. I smash. That is a 21, which is higher than 16, so I get all of my hits. And I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 speed to make 3 of them armor piercing. Specifically, these ones in the middle. We go down in a column, 1, 2, 3, and then we go left and right. 1, 2. Boom. Which means we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 10 token spawn. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's 10. I'm going to do them in a couple of batches, because we're so dead. We are so dead. Okay, and that's Zertle's turn. Rix's turn. Or enemy turn, Rix on deck. Boss. So it now has 4 threat. It spends 3 of it, going down to 1. Targets the furthest exile, which it is in range of, so it doesn't need to move. And it, yikes. Spawn 3. We're so dead. Okay. And then does a splat attack against Rix, which is that Great Eye? I don't know why. Great Eye I have trouble with on this camera. Something about it looks ever so slightly blue, so it makes me doubt myself. Careful not to hit all the slimes. This is a armor break 1, base 4 attack on gray. Okay, so we take 1 durability off of the green hood. And then base 4 does not get through the armor because he gets +1 against gray attacks. But now it's completely used up. Hooray! I'm glad my armor can take exactly 1 hit and is then unusable forever. I don't know what it is. Something about the armor in this game I think needs to change because it just feels like it never lasts. Maybe that's the whole point. I mean, obviously that's the whole point. Maybe it just means that I'm doing it wrong. Like I'm doing combat wrong in that I should be resting more often. This has been coming up more and more often. I should be resting more often. Okay. To say we have some problems is a little um reductive. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But I think we can kill the boss. We're just gonna spawn oodles of mini me's at the same time. The boss is only 3 away from Rick's, which is perfect. I'm going to use my bow, just a regular bow attack. Endurance check. Oh wait, I am gonna. Oh, do I mark the boss? It's so close to death. Yes, I think I have to mark it because I need it to die right now. 24. So I'm going to armor pierce this and hit the one right below it. And that will spawn 4. Okay, fine. You go there. I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. Oh boy. Hmm. We're in a little bit of trouble, to be honest. Oh, I spend a mana, go down to 8, activate mark, hit this. Spawn 2. Can they have multiple in a space? Hold on. FAQ. Slimes do not belong. May share a square with an exile, but not with each other. Okay. So, no. So, you spawn there. Yeah. There's so many. Hmm. I need to change that. I think I have a better plan. Hold on. Instead of. That's too late. I already did the spawn. What's up with that one way up there? Dang. I don't even know if I registered. There's just so much. I shoot the boss again. I had a better plan, but I would have needed to actually, like, do it. That was terrible. That was kind of the worst possible outcome, but everything's fine, probably. It's not fine. I do 1 non-armor piercing hit to this thing, which means I don't even get to activate mark. 80. No, I was only hoping the boss would just be dead. What can I do for a minor action? Nothing? Oh, that's cool. I can move. It's not a thing. I move within range of my um, bonus armor and gain a combo from the basic move. And enemy turn, Zertle on deck. Brute or X. They gain 2 threat because there are no brutes in this particular combat. So we have a chance still. So you're saying there's a chance. Once again, I really wish I had Zertle's pummel skill right now. I thought I was done with this type of enemy. Pummel is just, you don't even roll, you just get to spend combo and deal damage to everything around you. Which, as you can imagine, is very strong when they have 1 health. There's infinite of them, but they only have 1 health. So, how far do they move? Up to 2. I will put their card on the thing. So there you go. They can move. They're probably going to move 1, which means we are currently safe. Safe-ish. More or less. Okay. All right, focusing. Focusing. It's Zertle's turn. Focus. Oh, this is all bad. I need to shoot, or I need to attack the boss. So I use my staff and I attack the boss. I, of course, get a 20, so we automatically get 7 combo because that's Zertle's thing. He has the lucky charm, gives him 7 combo every time he crits in combat. And it's great because I get to hit this, and then Rix gets to activate Mark to hit this. Rix goes down to 7 mana. 7 mana. I forgot to update the overlay last time to spend mana. All that counts as 1 hit, I believe, because it when marked foe is damaged, pay 1 mana to deal +1 targeted hits. So, boss is dead. Ding dong. The boss is dead. And because they died as part of that hits, we don't activate those weak points. So we don't have an infinite number of oozes, I'd like to pretend. I would like to pretend that we don't have an infinite number of oozes. Is that cool with everybody? Okay. Alright, you know what? This is not the worst. Hold on. Because we just limit braked. Limit brook? Limit brooked? Limit broke? I could harpoon arrow with Rix if I wanted to. Make a basic bow attack. If it wounds the foe, pull yourself forward toward that foe any number of squares. Make a basic hunting knife attack. Am I able to do that? Not really. Yeah, I don't really have good options for combo based on where I am currently. I guess I just start taking out little dudes. So oh, I suppose I could shoot a slime. A slime. Pull myself in and hunting knife another slime. That's an option. Nah, I'm just gonna wait here, let the enemies come to us. So, I'm gonna use a light attack for free with Zertle. And make a wisdom attack against these guys in the back, I guess. Yeah, that guy right there. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Hold the phone. I could fire arrow with Rix. Nah, it's fine. We have time for that. I'm doing a light attack against this thing. I got a 2. That's at least 1 hit. This thing is dead. Okay. And then I think we just wait here. Let them come to us. So I'm going to basic move to gain a combo. And then basic move to gain a combo? Why not? Why not take a crazy chance? Enemy turn. Rick's on deck. Mob. Okay. So we start with the lizards. The lizards. Oh, we no longer need the boss card. Hooray. With 3 threat, they spend it all to ride the lightning. So they want to do a move 5. Well, first they move 5, then they do a bolt. And place this foe in unoccupied squares as close as possible to the farthest hit exile, then zap. Okay. So you, I don't think, can hit more than 1 exile with bolt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you can't hit any exiles with your bolt. And then you zap. Each exile within range 3 takes a gray 3 base damage. We're going to start with Zertle. That is right arm, which has 3 durability or 3 armor, so no damage gets through. Loses 1 durability. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, not cool, but here we are. And then Great Eye against Rix, base 3. That is head, which, as we have mentioned, has no armor left, so Rix takes 3. Okay. This one goes, and it goes. Who has more health right now? Zertle does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, hold on. Rick's only taken 2 because of the Pillar of Dawn. Okay. And then it does a bolt attack against Zertle, which is a red die. Ow, Zertle torso. And how much is bolt? Right. Hold on. Okay, yeah, they can't shoot through the wall. So I did the first one correctly. But it has infinite range, I need to remember. Base 5? Good grief. So Zerto would have 4 armor with the Pillar of Dawn, takes 1 after armor. It's getting very warm in this room, so I'm kind of sweltering or wilting. Damaged. Damaged. Boom. Then, and it's already as close as it already rode the lightning. And it zaps. Zap. Against Zertle first. This is leg armor. It's zapping for 3, so it doesn't get through the armor, but that does reduce the durability even further. And then it does a zap attack against Rix, which hits left arm. Base 3. Yeah, it doesn't get through the armor. but does reduce the durability. Boom. Lizards are done. Now we are on to the little slimes. They have 0 threat left to use, so they just do a target closest, move 1, goo. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they can't share a space with other enemies, though. Boom, boom. That one already moved. That's so far out there. Far out. Okay, now it's Rix's turn. Okay, I mean, we've been in worse spots, right? Right. Oh, there goes my camera. Goodbye, camera. Hold on. I have fixed this in the past. I just need to remember how. I do that, and then I unplug, and then I replug. Wait for it to turn itself back on. Activate. There we go. And then I zoom back in. Hey, at least it's better than what I had to do in the past, which was just kind of end the stream. It's the, you know, the little victories. The little victories. Okay. So what's next? It's Zertle's turn. No, it's Rix's turn. And I need to attack a lot of things all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I'm going to go ahead and target here with a fire arrow, which is an AoE attack. It hits everything around that central space. So make an endurance check. 22 is higher than 18. So they all take basically the inverse of Zertle's staff attack. We start from the bottom. We go up one. We go left and right one, and up one more from that first hit. So we'll start with this lizard, the brown lizard. Do I have anywhere that's just a really good attack on? Not like amazing, but hey. Boom, 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 and critical point gets us that guy. Okay. Also, I spent 2 mana on this. I need to make sure I mark that so that nobody is confused why I have no mana left. All 3 of these just die. Do I no longer have Ricochet? I don't. Okay. It was really hard to choose skills for Rix. There's a lot of really good ones, and it's like, no matter what I do, I'm losing something cool. Then I think I just stab the guy in front of me. This is a big problem. Or do I shoot this one, maybe? No, I think I stabbed the one in front of me with my knife. Yeah. Where's that arrow point? There? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Stab with knife. 27. So I get to put a hit here. It continues up in a diagonal, knocking off this armor spot and also this one because of the critical points. Okay. That was good. And then we don't want to move too much because this prevents them from forming a line on us. So I'm just gonna do the basic move to gain combo, not actually do any movement. Enemy turn. Zertle on deck. Woo! 2 more threat because there are still no brutes. Alright, I don't think there's any way Zertle can kill this thing before its next turn, much as I would love to. Well, ooh, maybe. No, because of this point, which is a huge, huge problem for us. That said, I think I will go ahead and attack with my staff against this guy and just see what happens. That's a 12, so 2 hits. The first one's armor piercing. I think it's about the worst I can do, so I am going to just spend that to knock that armor point off. Because it's going to be a pain no matter what I do. And then we attack again. That's a 27. That is better. Do I start activating weak points? You know what? Sure. Nothing ventured, right? So I'm going to armor pierce this, hit here. I also go down 1 and to the left 1, which is going to not only take off the armor with the base hit, but there's a critical point, which means that also gets hit. Which means this enemy does 3 zaps and 3 flee 2s. Can it really do much in the way of 3 flee 2s? I don't think it can, really. It's kind of blocked in by these slimes, which is great, maybe. So the first zap is going to hit both of my characters, unfortunately. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Starting with Zertle. Left arm has not taken any damage, so Zertle's definitely not taking any damage from this hit, but it is reducing armor. And this is why I feel like you're supposed to go rest more often, because your armor degrades so fast. Alright, versus Rix. His right arm. Right. Which normally would break through, except that she also has the +1, so not enough to deal damage. Okay, and it's a double-sized armor slot, that's why I lost 2 durability there. Then it does a flee 2. 1, 2. Huh. Yeah, I don't think it's capable of escaping. So now it just gets to do 2 zaps on us. Starting with Zertle again. Sorry, didn't make that clear beforehand, but that is the pattern I'm going to use. Whose chest armor is now completely gone. Yay! Zoinks! And then V-Rix. Right arm. Again. Not enough to get through. And then the third zap. V-Zertle. That's going to be 2 past the block, goes to 14. The Rix. And that's going to be 2 past the helmet. Goes to 10. Okay, and then Zertle has one more action, because this whole thing was actually Zertle's turn. It was all Zertle's idea. We're going to basic move just to gain a combo. I think we're just going to build up this combo meter and see what happens. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a great idea, but it's kind of the only idea I've got. Alright. And we turn Rix on deck. All foes activate. So we start with the big lizards, the blizzards, the big lizards, the bizzards. That sounds awkward. They target the furthest away exile. They do move 5, bolt, zap. Okay. So starting with this one, furthest away is Rix. A bolt is a base 5 attack. Oh boy. On red. That's head. Rix takes 4. Straight to the head. Straight to the dome. Ouch. And then zap. This time, because Rix was the target, we'll do Rix first. That's body armor. Takes nothing. Body armor takes the damage. And then Zertle, base 3. His right arm, which blocks all the damage and then is all used up. These things are just tearing through all of our armor. Yay! Yay! And then the other lizard gets to go. Furthest exit, they are equidistant. It doesn't matter. So they target healthiest, which is going to be Zertle. Once again, this is a red die on Zertle. Head. Is this melee? No, this is AoE. Unfortunate. That is base 5, my friends. Base 5. We reduce it by 4. Zertle takes 1 in addition to losing durability on the head armor. Yikes. Okay. And then they do a zap, starting with Zertle. That is chest, where he has almost no defense because of the Pillar of Dawn. Takes 2, goes to 11. And then versus Rix. Also takes it in the body, blocks all of it, but now body armor is all used up. I can see that this is a problem. Right, and then everything else gets to activate. So this one gets to attack. Right, because they need 5 threat to do a bigger move than 1. Each adjacent exile loses 1 health or 1 durability or 1 speed. I'm going to have Zertle lose a durability on his right hand, which has infinite, so he's good to go. Maybe they're not that big of a threat. You know what? Hold on. Maybe they actually do nothing to us because we have infinite durability. Okay. We're geniuses? We're geniuses. It's Rix's turn. What does Rix do? I'd like to say kill something. I kind of need to say kill something, right? I don't know that I can say kill something. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for me to do that. Short of spending 5 combo to make a bonus attack. This is insane. I don't know what that sound is. I'm going to target here with another fire arrow, spending 2 more mana. I'm committed to fire arrowing these things to death. Alright, 2 more mana right there into Fire Arrowton. Another endurance check. That's reclaiming my actions too. Okay. No, that was so close to a crit. That would have been really nice. Alright, foes adjacent to the intersection take a bunch of damage. Again, I'm targeting this. So these both die. And then I deal damage to this guy. And I think what I'm going to do... Oh, wait. No, I can totally kill this guy. Okay, alright. Maybe. Hold up. Thinking. 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 Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to hit here and here. It, of course, gets to do a zap flee too. It cannot flee very far, but it's going to try. So first, Grey Die attack against Rix, the attacker. Rix, the accuser. Rix takes 2, goes to 4. Grey Die against Zertle. Zertle takes 2, goes to 9. And then it flees. Goes backs up to there. That's as far away as it can get. It's not very far. And that gives Rix an opening. Since it's still Rix's turn and we still have things to do, I'm going to use my really good Swallowtail arrows, which I don't actually have even on my overlay because I'm bad at this. The really good Swallowtail arrows are just the same as my pretty good Swallowtail arrows, except they armor pierce the first hit. So we're going to target here and do that if I roll high enough. High enough. Okay, 24. That'll do. We armor pierce here. And we hit here. Okay. 1 down. 1 major threat to go. And with that, I'm going to minor action my potion to heal for 3. I know, you're all shocked. You're all shocked. Who could have seen that coming? Alright, what's next? Yeah, that's Rix's whole turn. So, enemy turn. Zertle on deck. Let's see who activates. It's nobody. They just gain 1 threat. Okay, alright. Zertle, what do you do? What would you do, Exile? The real problem is this thing is too far away. If I walk up to it, to attack it. I have a problem. I have a problem. I'm no longer in range of Pillar of Dawn. So I don't want to do... I'd really prefer not to do that until it is dead, which is very awkward for me. Maybe instead of healing, Rick should have just stepped back a space. Nah, it's fine. I'll just lose Pillar of Dawn for one turn. It's fine. It's probably not gonna kill me. It's probably not gonna kill me. I do a basic move with Zertle, gaining one combo. Moving here. Hello. And we do a... I think I am just gonna staff attack. And I think this time we have some wiggle room to be a little more strategic and maybe not hit their weak points until it's about to die. Ho ho! Nat 20! So, oh good, we were 2 away, but now I guess we're full on combo. Why not? Why not, right? Oh, I can complain about anything. Just watch me. Maybe I do hit their weak points now. I was gonna hit here, but now I feel like that's a waste. I'm gonna hit here and knock off this armor and also hit here. It's fine. It's fine. I attack again. If I get another 20, I will be very confused. Alright, good. It doesn't actually matter what I roll as long as it was 2 or higher. Actually, it doesn't actually matter what I roll. I just wanted to knock that off. Hey, knock it off. Hey, knock it off over there. Very cool and good. Enemy turn... Oh, sorry, I meant to show you... I meant the scene change, but it doesn't matter. Enemy turn, Rick's on deck. The mob activates, starting with the Thunder Lizard. Thunder Lizard. Bam. Sorry, Lightning Lizard. Thunder Lizard is a dinosaur. What are we doing? Bad stuff, mostly. So this is Bolt, Zap, targeting the furthest away. Well, they're all equidistant, so... Would it go 1, 2? To target Zertle, because Zertle has more health? I think so. Okay. Bolt, red die, base 5, against Zertle. That's going to be something new. That is right shoulder, which is an AoE attack, so I take 1 because I'm not in Pillar of Dawn range. 3 plus 1 for it being AoE. Defense. I go to 8. I go to 8. I go to 8. Right shoulder. Right shoulder. My streaming software didn't open it right away. And then it does a bolt. Watch out, it's going to bolt. Oh, no, then it does a zap, the other one. Starting with Zertle. Who takes 3? 1, 2, 3, goes to 5. And then Rix. Who takes none. Correct, none. But now your Vambrace is all used up. Man, this Pillar of Dawn is putting in work, though. My goodness. Pro tip. Pillar of Dawn is great. Okay, and then the mobs activate. That's sorry, the slimes activate. Uh, everything has moved. They both choose to lose durability from their rings, which means nothing because they have infinite durability. Haha! It's about time. It's about time I get to game the system. My goodness. It is Rix's turn. Alright. I limit break. I do a harpoon arrow, so I make a basic bow attack against this guy. I gain 2 combo as I crit again this combat. That's kind of a bad sign, actually. That means I'm going to fail a bunch later. I'm going to hit here, armor piercing, and go down 1. And the critical point means I also hit both of these. Then I get to pull myself towards him and do a hunting knife attack for free. Do I even have a good hunting knife target? Not really. Do I need one? Not really. 18, you say? Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go armor pierce that and knock this armor off. Is that even good? That may have actually been not great. It's fine. It's probably fine. It literally cannot flee, so it's just going to do the zap against both of us, starting with Rix. Start doing the math again. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Um, yeah, zap starting with Rix. This is base 3. That's going to be 3 damage to the face because we have no armor anymore, and then 3 damage to Zertle. Also, 3 damage to the face because all of our armor is dead. Great. Great. You know what? I'm going to use Nimble to block 2 of that with Rix. It goes to 6. Oh, never mind. Wait. Why does this show him at 4? I must not have done the heal. Okay. It's all good now, though. And Zertle's at 2. Just so you see how dire the situation is. hmm. Rick still has both actions because of... Sorry, all actions. So I'm going to go ahead and... Right, I can't use my bow against this thing unless I step away. Kind of the whole point. Sorry. I hope I got that sneeze in time. I panicked. I'm like, where's the mute button? Oh no! Ooh. Oofta. Okay. We are going to basic move with Rix. Going, no, not threat. Don't give him threat for free. Combo. Going 1, 2. So I'm next to the armor again. And then I'm going to basic bow attack this dinosaur. Ah, this guy sucks. Because, like, I can't avoid triggering more zaps, I don't think. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me just a second to figure things out. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, I don't. I think I just have to trigger zaps, which means we're probably gonna die. The only other option is to slow roll a bunch. Well, hold on. If I. If I. Whoa! 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 M. Peoples. Peoples is raiding with a party of 11. Hello! The Panda Raid! Raid! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Panda and M. Peoples Raid. Welcome. Hello, Raiders. Whoa, that's a lot of viewers. Hello, all of you Raiders. Good to have you all here. I'm playing Arydia the Paths We Dare Tread. M. Peoples now following? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow, my friends. Arydia the Paths We Dare Tread, which is a board game, obviously. It's like a TTRPG in a box. So it's got preset scenarios and everything, and I'm currently figuring out how to not die to a lightning lizard, because let me tell you, it's not easy. Rolo, followed by a whole string of numbers. Here we go. 198424008. Haha, got them all. Thanks for the follow. Wow, thanks for the raids, everybody. Oh man, this game rocks. This game rocks. I am super happy with it. This is where I'm going to put my typical shout out. I am not sponsored, but if you would like to pick yourself up a copy of this game, which is amazing, that makes sense. Game's amazing. Believe sometime this month they're going to be gems, not rocks. Well, what is a gem if not a very shiny rock? Um, they're going to be opening up their pledge manager for the second printing of Arydia. So if you want to get your hands on a copy of this game, which I highly recommend, it's super good. Keep your eye out for that. This is Arydia: The Paths We Dare Tread. I believe it's opening on GameFound. Don't quote me on that though. Okay, so we're super dead to this lightning lizard. We have to be very careful how we proceed. I do want to shoot it with my bow though. I just don't know if that's going to be good. I don't know if that's going to be good. The counter strike on these things is going to eat us alive, is the real problem. Bah, nothing ventured, right? Nothing ventured. I shoot it with my bow. Okay, 5, I don't actually care. I'm just going right here. Do I shoot it one more time? Again, nothing ventured, right? This can only end in victory. All right, I armor pierce this spot. And once again, I am just hoping for the best. It does a zap 2 against all of us. Sorry, a zap 3. So for those wondering, because you've been playing Arydia for a while but haven't gotten to an encounter like this before, these are all slimes. They are everywhere. And they aren't the biggest problem. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, let's do some attacks. We'll start with Rix as the initiator of the counterattack. We're gonna do a what is this, zap? This is a zap. Oh, hey, that's head on Rix, which means 3 damage. 2 damage with the Pillar Dawn. Goes to 4. Owie. So I will keep that in mind, Rolo, that's just what people call you. With People don't usually say the string of numbers. That makes sense. And then we do an attack versus Zertle. Again, base 3. Oh, Zertle actually blocks the hit. Well done, friendo. I still don't think there's any way we survive this. I still don't think there's any way we survive this. But let's update our armor to match that we no longer have left arm armor anymore. Okay. Alright. Rix is out of actions, so we're moving on. Enemy turn, Zertle on deck. Let's see what happens. They gain 2 threat. Okay. Alright. Zertle's turn. Okay, I think, a line. I have a line. I don't think it's good, but I have a line. Zertle is a halfling. We're going to use the dependable skill to gain 2 combo. Blunk, blunk. We are going to basic move. And stand here, but gain a combo. We're going to basic move, gain a combo. We are going to limit break with Rix and give Rix an attack. She's going to use her bow and hit. And hit. Okay, that'll do. I don't know where that ooze was, but now it's there. That's a 21 with her plus 10, which means I go straight down this line and go boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. This lizard has been killed. All it took was all my stuff, and we killed the lizard, and no counter attack. I don't know how to continue the rest of this song, so I won't. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. The lizard's dead, which means the rest of this is actually just trivial. Because we have infinite durability items, so the slimes can't actually do any real harm to us. So I think I'm good just saying, shortcutting and saying hey, we win, because eventually we will win. We just kind of mop up. So that's a gross sound. That's the sound the slimes are making. Don't know why I did that. All right, yeah, shortcut. The rest of them die. Not us, them. Hold on. I took my people off the board. They are the ones who are dead. Oh, that's fun. Once you kill the lizards, I still think I was. Now knowing that the oozes or the slimes weren't capable of hurting us, maybe I shouldn't have focused on the big slime. Maybe I should have killed the lizards first. Well, you win some, you lose some, right? You make calls that are bad sometimes. And then life is like a box of chocolates. I am now droning because I am on hour 45 of this stream. Yeah. Okay. That was a good combat. Mostly because I won. If we didn't win, it'd be a bad combat. All right, so now we can go turn in our side job, which was to go kill these slimes, which I think we did an admirable job of. And we have to return to Felsworn. Just a little bit of cleanup. We no longer need our threat deck, thank goodness. Now we need our travel deck. Oh no. Make sure everything is set up correctly. I can zoom in a tiny bit. Ah, yeah. Boom. So we have to return to Felsworn. We're going to go on the grass path. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Thank you. Plains path. You enjoy your travels, taking in the sights. Love it. Road path. You passed this way easily. Wow, that was lucky. 0 failures. Love to see it. We are now in town. We turn this in. We get 5K, which means we have 17, and we needed 18 to get the paint. So we're close. Not quite there, though. 3 experience apiece. Oh, yes. Also, this is endgame stuff. So if you don't want spoilers, I unfortunately would recommend leaving. I want you here, but I recommend leaving if you don't want to be spoiled. I do have a full playlist over on YouTube of the entire campaign up to this point, so you can go check that out. It's pretty long at this point because the game is long, and once again, the game rocks, and gems, and rules. The game slaps. How many other things can I say about this game? I'm going to roll on the loot table. I rolled a 17. That's 2 more K. I feel like my microphone is popping a lot. I may have to look into that. Job done. I have precisely 1 more job in my job deck. Electro Ants. I investigated the unnatural storm near Raven's Road. Inside were nightmare creatures, and I fled. Travel to Raven's Road, etc. Cool. Also, we're in a town, and we should probably repair the armor that we have destroyed with that combat. Oh no. And, maybe heal a little bit. Actually, actually, this is a very good time to just advance the day. Right? Right. I think we're all on board with this. We're going to spend the money. Oh, hey, I actually still have 18. Nice. If I don't repair armor, which I'm going to do, we're going to advance the day. Which is easy to do because we just go to day 3 again. A harmonious day. As you step out into the new day, you feel a sense of calm and oneness with the world around you. Boy. All aboard! We shuffle our travel deck. We full heal. And while I'm doing this, I'm just going to do my sign out because I think that is a good place to call it for the session. So, hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid. I would love to have some of you come back if you can make it for the next stream, and we can continue this. So, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. Mondays, 1 p.m., we stream modded Skyrim. Mondays at 10 p.m., Final Fantasy VII, the original PC ports. Wednesdays at 1 p.m., more modded Skyrim. And then both 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. here on Fridays, we do Arydia the Paths We Dare Tread, which is like a TTRPG in a box style of board game. Super good. Highly recommend it. I already did a spiel for it earlier. Once again, not sponsored. Certainly open to it. This is US and Canada Pacific time, which is currently GMT -8, I want to say. It might be -7, though. I always have trouble keeping track of that. Hold on, I can just go check. I don't know. I could go check, but I'm really lazy right now. It is currently 2:41 p.m. for your reference. So I stream an hour and 40 minutes ago, and I will stream again in 7 hours and 20 minutes, roughly. And all times are US and Canada Pacific. If you miss one, woo! Love multiple countries. My current and only subscriber is also in the UK, as far as I'm aware. So, time zones are hard. I wish we could get rid of them, but I understand why that's logistically not feasible. But yeah, if you can come back and watch more stream, I would love that. Um, if you are in the UK, then my late night stream might be the one for you. Ah, yes. Oh, thank you for subbing on YouTube. Thank you. I mean, here on Twitch, I have one Twitch subscriber, or at least I did last I checked. He hasn't he hasn't been here in a little over a week. Hey, CD on board is now following. All aboard! Welcome to the channel. Right, I was just getting to the point. If you miss a stream for whatever reason, or just don't want to watch me stream games live, everything I do is recorded as a video on demand and also export to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description down below. Everything should be there other than like 5 streams from before I knew I could export to YouTube, and also ones that weren't very good, so I didn't export them to YouTube. But everything from Arydia is over there on YouTube, in a playlist, ready to go. Everything from Skyrim and Final Fantasy VII is also in their own respective playlists. If you are already watching on YouTube, hello YouTube, you are not forgotten. Thank you so much for stopping by. Big fan. Evil Turnip Tea now following. Welcome, welcome to the channel. Love this raid. Thank you so much. Oh man. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Hopefully it's all entertaining as you found this. Or more entertaining. Uh where was I? I was saying a thing. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If at any point you feel interested and are able to do so, there's a link to my Twitch channel in the video description down below, and you can come watch me play games live. And just chill, chat, have a good time. Or just what's the word? Lurk. You can lurk. I'm okay with lurkers. I have no issue. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and chatting. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for liking, following, subscribing. Thanks for bits. Everything you do both here on Twitch and over on YouTube. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one, everyone. Woo, the bits! Thanks, Rollo. Proving the point. See ya.